Hello guys and welcome everyone to today's edition of rFactor 2 Racing, and we're back on the competition system for once with the Porsche Cup Sprint Challenge. I don't know the name exactly. I think it is the Porsche Cup Series. We're going to race the brand new Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car around the Nürburgring 24-hour support circuit, which is nothing else than the Grand Prix circuit, but with a tight double hairpin chicane in turn 1 and 2. And most importantly, we have to work on a setup for the next 45 minutes. So let's head straight into that. We're sitting in pit road and we are about to leave the garage. I'm putting a bit of tape. And I'm just going to go with the basics, of course. Minimum tire pressures. Just put the minimal. Put the brake bias a lot more towards the rear. Maximum brake pedal force. 450 on the steering is fine. I'll leave everything else just stock as it is, because we obviously want to do a setup guide here. So we need to work out... why is it night? I have sadly said it tonight, but it doesn't make a difference, I hope. Car specific FFP mold, go down, please. Gonna put it on 40. Hey Björn, Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you for joining. So, leaving pit road in the mighty Porsche, and we're just getting ready for the track, ready for the challenge with a couple of opening laps. Oh, understeer galore. Then obviously we try to find out relatively quick what can we do to the setup to improve the car. We have 52 minutes to build something that is satisfactory. So much understeer. So obviously we need to find a bit of balance between a rotating rear and a stable rear. Well, Björn, then we are looking how to achieve this. The fast chicken. Well, part of the lap time, especially in this car, is also to maximize the usage of the track for sure. Classic Cup car, not too much of engine power, close to no aerodynamical performance, lazy and weak on the brakes. So we nearly overshoot turn 1 already again. So very important at car positioning, carrying speed, car control. Is way more important than the setup itself, especially since the setup contains only a handful of variables to really set up for or set up with. So one can clearly feel that the rear end is way too stiff. And I'll blame the anti-roll bars. Evil Kitava, hello and welcome. I mean, a stiff rear obviously means rotation, which is nice, but you see the car is jumping heavily over those curbs, and the rear end doesn't really feel too good. Ah. Yeah, that rear end is way too slippery. I'm still trying to go for an improvement on the lap though. But you can already see that the rear end is way too unstable. Trying to give it everything I can. Well, I see extensive tire wear on the rear. And of course, I feel the rear just slip and sliding all over the place. I think brake bias is pretty alright, pretty okay. It's just the rear end starts to over-rotate so quickly. I put brake bias to the rear because this is a rear-engined car. So it is very, very lazy on the front. And you need to be able to jailbreak the car in order to rotate the car. And due to the fact that the engine sits at the rear, means you miss some downforce in the front. So the front end of a Porsche is very light. Therefore, not much pushing it down. Therefore, you try to get the weight as far forward as possible by attaching some brake, especially on the turn-in. There you want to have the front biting, and you give it also a little bit of brake within the turns in order to keep the weight on the front, make the front tires work and rotate the car. You can't see this right now, but I'm trail braking a lot into these turns, even a little bit flicking the rear in order to get the car into rotation. I can change the overlay to the pedal inputs. And you'll see what I mean. Like even into that Schumacher, as I'm giving the car just that little bit of brake so it starts turning in. Because if you just rotate the car with a power, like what you usually do when rFactor 2 cars can rotate a lot of cars just with a power or just with the rear. But here you need to have the car already in a slide, which you can only introduce by extensive jailbreaking or actually keeping the weight dancing on the front tires, kinda. Yep, that was too late on the brakes simply. Okay, I would say time to fix the car. So first of all, because the rear end is rolling so badly and is so violent, I just completely detached the anti-roll bar for the moment to counter steer that a bit and have rotation in high speed corners. I put rear wing -2 clicks, and that's it for the moment. Pedal inputs would be good copy. We are looking driver's box and car data. Enjoy. Yep, Sharon, that is true. It's because the Porsche GT4 car is the same nature, or that Alpine GT4 car is kind of the same nature than this Porsche to a certain extent. Of course, the anti-roll bar will take away the rear end rotation a bit from the car in general, so we'll make it more understeer. But you will see me have more control of the rear end of the car, generally speaking. So the car will be much easier to handle. And that's what I'm obviously looking for. Yeah, having said that, I nearly spin. And that is exactly the understeer that you have from a from a detached rear anti-roll bar. I might as well just have to put it back in. Will solely depend on the lap time and general performance, like here out of the turn, especially under acceleration. The rear end becomes so lazy. If it's not in a slide yet, the car just doesn't want to rotate for the reasons that I've just explained beforehand. Well, let's see how it goes. The rear wing's effective neglectable on the straight line performance. Yes, tire pressures needs to be on the lowest possible setting. Kabrakis, thank you for your follow. And welcome to the stream. So you see a little tap of brakes to bring the front nose around the corner. And if the car really swings into the turn way before the actual turn, and that's alright. You see once again just a little tap of brakes, but the car is not rotating enough on the exit of medium speed corners, just on the throttle. Which is an issue that needs fixing. Because you need that here and you need it on the exit towards the chicken. But you see, besides being obviously a bit more acclimatized with a track, 1.6 seconds of straight advantage on track time. That's not a surprise. Well, well, it might be a surprise, but it's no doubt that this comes from the setup as well. It's not just one driving better around the corner or one having fresh tires. Because I think this lap time could well indeed be roughly the same lap time. If not even better. Especially here you saw we had good rotation. That was a bit too rusty. Going a bit too wide. Still within the rules. I hear you, Totenkopf. I mean, it is an amazing car, undoubtedly. And I think it really displays what a Porsche Cup car is to drive like. So as I told you, we'll be roughly there or thereabouts even. 3.5 tenths off, but not 1.6 seconds off. So we keep looking how the car will perform. Probably you could even move the brake bias a bit more to the rear. Remember, the iRacing car uses the brake bias that is around 45% on the front only. Right now we got 52, I think. But that will make this cornering already pretty dreadful. And dangerous to a certain extent as well. As obviously the rear end tires are giving up really, really fast. The Epic Scapes, hello. So, 40 minutes left for us to build a good setup. And then we race the setup in a 25-minute race on the rFactor 2 competition system. Yeah, Totenkopf, I agree with you. Right. We're coming back to the setup page. I am about, so 50.7 is our brake bias. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. About the camber, it depends on what the tire model is like, so less could be a good approach. And I think we're just trying it. Either it works or it doesn't work. About the rear end, I'm gonna raise that a bit, so we have a lot more rotation possible. Anti-roll bar, leave that where it is. Nothing else to set really. The Porsche Cup car really is very limited in its setup options. And again, we will find out whether the camber adjustment was a good one or was a bad one. To be honest, there's so much camber on the car that to me it felt like we're not leaning perfectly fine on the tire. Which you obviously should try to lean on, especially in the rear. That might help us to reduce the sliding and improving the performance and the grip. But I guess we're gonna find out. No, this is not the correct scene. That is the correct scene. Thank you for making me aware. I think I effed this up last time as well. There's an interesting shift protection in that car though. Bouncy, bouncy. Yeah, cold tires we have. Understeer. I thought that would be a cut. Tom Gander, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the stream. So I feel like I have a lot more rotation on the throttle, especially on the exit. Which is really what I want to have. But right now it's just a feeling. I would love to see that being transferred into lap time and everything. Björn, it is linear. Okay. I did actually like it, but I need to further do some testing with it. I would love to change something on these goddamn on the suspension. I will crank up the preload a little bit, which gives me a little bit more control on the initial turn-in, as the braking will be more stable. And I think more front end on the camber would be a good thing as well. Yeah, my FFB has a lot of power. So has the Porsche though. So it's not like it's completely untrue. I also think it is very important to keep those rear tires in check. For those of you that have seen the video of me drift sliding it around with the Bahrain International Circuit as a preview, I have slid the car a lot on the rear. I increased the preload to have more stability into the braking zones and having the car less swinging around. I run 18 Newton meters on the wheel and on the software, and then I tune down the car specific FFB multiplier in game to satisfy my thoughts and needs on the full feedback. Great to hear that you liked it, Lucas. I feel like we're starting to get into a good balance with this car. I think tires want to prohibit you from sliding too much. As in, they heat up quite extensively if you slide them. And that will kill the tire for sure. Ah, too bad. Call www.improveyourlaptime.com. I somehow feel like I want to remove even more rear wing. But then the rear is already the suffering tire. But yeah, we have potential here now. You can see the delta coming down on the exit of a fast corner. Right now it's 8.4 millimeters, centimeters. That's not how you wanna accelerate a Porsche out of turn. No, it's higher than the default. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm starting to find the balance with this one. Everything gaming, thank you. Still a bit too much tire warming on the inside for me. Okay, so we try harder with the camber. Front camber feels alright, because there you really want to lean on as much as possible. I go 2 more clicks up with the rear right side, so I also show you. Just gives the car, like, moves the weight overall a bit further to the front. I could be intrigued to increase the front anti-roll bar by a click, but I will restrain doing so for the moment. Oof. 1 degree is a bit too harsh, I think. This is a bit of trial and error now. Hello, Jasper. How are you doing? So, we have roughly 15 minutes left till we need to be finished. And then we see how good the car goes on the competition system. You guys can join the race as well. Competition system, you need a couple of circuits. And then you can enjoy the race with us. 25-minute race. We are racing the 24-hour support circuit, which is the Grand Prix circuit with the fast chicken and the tight double hairpin chicken in turn 1. Yeah, it might be chaos indeed. But we try to have a good setup so we can escape the chaos. So we keep working. Ah. A bit too much impulse on the turn in. Yet though, half a tenth ahead. Oh, not the right rhythm around the turn 6. But the rear end is now very nicely in check there in the back. A bit clumsy through the Schumacher S, but still fine. That was even more clumsy. Well, you see, you can control the rear end really nicely, powering it out onto the back straight. Beautiful run onto the back straight. The only issue now is I've tortured that rear tire a lot. You shouldn't brake on the grass, Mitchie. It's never going to be good. Yet though, we're about to make it a PB. Ah. Okay. Right. Back to the setup. I'm picking up the pace a bit. Campers. It felt a little too less, as in I saw the outer part of the tire to heat up too much. So we go back to 1.8 and that should keep the tire with maximum area on or maximum area to be on the ground on the rear. The right height itself was fine. I keep thinking about I would go up one click with the front anti-roll bar. Reasoning is simply because it felt like the initial turning is so violent that you're kind of, per default, sending the rear into a slide, which I obviously want to prohibit. So I give it a click more. Should also stabilize the rear end a bit more. And then we can explore removing the rear wing. Or putting it back on the car. Thank you, Julian. Hello, Yuri. Ah, too deep. Ah, Papa Coon. With zero practice as always. Oh no. Well, at least you have a setup watching this video. How you doing? I hope all you guys had great Christmas days. And you're looking forward to finish the year. Even better, turn one. Ah, beautiful turn 6. I left the wrong scene copy. As you can see, the front end is still pointy, but a little less aggressive. Not having to fight the rear end in the Schumacher S this time, stabilizing the gap to ourselves. Much better into this section. And for me, important also to not just drift slide the car around. You know, I mean, I can produce a lap time with being sideways in every corner for a qualifying lap, yeah, for sure. But as you can imagine, we want to be quick over a race distance as well. And I think we have built a setup that we can achieve that with as we're going into the 40s. So, but how long can we manage the pace? Will the tire stay in the scene? Will the tire stay in the window of operation? Those are the things we're about to check right now, because we need to somehow survive 25 minutes without losing the tire performance too much and without having a changing balance all around all the time. I understand actually we're locking up the fronts a lot. So I put the front, the brake bias a tap more to the rear right now. Ah, damn it. Locking up the front right. So, we're having a lot of wear on the rear. So what I'm gonna do is I'm putting back some rear wing. And I don't think it has too much impact on the overall straight line speed. Well, to be found out, I guess. But that's where we're going to be, most likely. 15 minutes to the race. Add some PSI, it helps to less wear. It might help with a temperature build-up indeed, but if I have less grip on the rear, I will be sliding more, which will be eating more tires again. So I don't really want to doing that. Trying to fix the rear end a bit with the rear wing. Let's see how we take away the rotation possibility with this. More brake bias to the front. As I obviously don't want to lock up the front either. Yeah, and if you guys appreciate the content, if you guys appreciate the setup guides, then please follow up on Twitch and subscribe on the YouTube channel for more of these. Oh, I have my fear already. I fear, or I feel like we lost, yeah, turning momentum. Maybe rear wing 5 is just perfect. 6 seems to be too understeering now. It wasn't like that 4 was overly bad or harsh. It just feels like that 6 makes the car reluctant to turn. Some would say reluctant to be slid. Or sled. Whatever. So let's see. The wing, it does a bit of effect. But there, 5 thousandths of a second. I'm flicking it too much. Yeah, this lap goes straight to the bin in terms of comparability. It might be the case that it is an even better race setup since the rear will start slide due to the tire usage anyway, and then rear wing 6 might just be perfect. Might just be a bit too crabby for the first couple of laps. So we keep evaluating for 3 or 4 more laps and see how it goes. Oof. And then we sign up for the race. Yeah, I think I made my decision already. I'm waiting for the front axis to come alive. Yeah. Oh my god. Come on. Michael Finnpatrick, thank you so much for your subscription on the YouTube channel. Welcome to the stream. I'm just lacking a little bit of rotation, but that's not really beneficial to the rear tire wear as I hope to. Arguably though, it's producing roughly the same track performance. Yes, I'm still using the Guri OSW wheelbase. No, I can't compare them since I have no other reference. Revade, I think the LFM system goes up next Monday again. I think I'm gonna just go with rear wing 5. Just in the middle. Because there is a little bit enhanced rear end. Yet though I think with rear wing 5 we're gonna have the rotation that we need. That we might need. I just might fear that rear wing 4 is just a bit too tight. Okay, so we're gonna put a rear, first of all, brake bias. We're gonna put it in neutral. Then, as we spoke about it, rear wing 5. I might go very low for qualifying just because you need to slip and slide the car around. Regarding the fuel for a 25-minute race, so we are doing 25 times 60, that is 1,500 seconds of race time, divided by 101 in average. It's 15 laps. 15 times 2.55 on the fuel means 40 liters. There is a small chance of us having a bit more fuel required, but let's see. More importantly for us though is how do we start the car? And that is the last couple of things that we're checking. So let's just see. So just letting the clutch slip doesn't work. Okay, so a little bit of clutchy it is. Doesn't work, it seems. No. So it is pretty much the case that we need that is what we need. Is it 37.5? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I go to GSI. Okay, I'm not going to GSI now. I go to GSI. That controller, set the clutch master to 38. Not 10. Set bite point. We are trying. Too little. So set the bite point to 44. Too little. Probably we just keep it at 55 where it was, or 50 at bite points. I see. So the best that I can do is probably, unless I... Yeah. So we keep it in first. Let the... Oh, that's dangerous though. Okay, actually it was a perfect setting that we had, because you can then just let the clutch slip to where it needs to. Oi, 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 oi. One more try. Oh. So you need to have the revs high. Okay. See what happens without the clutch off. The fact that you can just stall it is way too easy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is press escape, save the set. We save it NBR M10 Cup, and we assign it. And then we get ready for the race. We are about to go to the competition tab. Signing up, and once we have signed up, we are grabbing a coffee real quick. There you go, 10-minute qualifying, 25-minute race, Porsche CS Cup. We register for the race, and that's perfect. 31 people registered. We're about to get going here, and for the time being, though, we are coming back in roughly 3 minutes. I'm grabbing a coffee, guys, and be right back here. So guys, we are back and we are about to get into the race. 10 seconds remaining till the race gets going. And well, we will see how good our setup will work. For those of you that have been here for the setup guide so far, I hope you have appreciated that. And I hope you also will appreciate a 25-minute race so that you see that we're testing and racing the setup that we just worked on straight away in, let's say, in competition mode. So looking forward to get this going. Just Mizar, thank you for joining. Long time no see, buddy. How are you doing? And I had indeed a good Christmas so far. Hope you had that too. So you have joined the session, starting to load the track. Can't see. Papa Coon, you're in the race. This is going to be bad, you think? You will be fine. I am sure. First of all, I need to make sure to make it onto the server. I can't believe this. So click the join. Here we go. Yes, not too late. Again, Buck. Thankfully, we didn't hit it. So I expect a split of 20 people. Let's see. And obviously some esports competition. Usually those weekly races are being appreciated by the people. Still loading. There you go. Gilchinski it is. For the esports candidates. Kolvenbach esport candidate. Papa Kuhn is in the race as well. Fabian Belay. So we have some competition for sure. So we are checking. Oh. Why the reset of car specific FFB mold? Ay, ay, ay. I should probably go out with low fuel, right? What do you think? Am I gonna fuel up for 2 flying laps though? I think 2 laps the tires can do. And you guys obviously want to have the qualifying. So let's see what we can do in the free practice. 5.5 minutes to go. Gives us at least some idea of where we are. Chinsky 24.6 in the first sector. Purple first sector, of course. Oh, F. Now that's not going to be purple sector 1. 24.8. I underestimated the less grip that we have. And I'm overdriving the car as usual, of course. Hey Yuka, I'm in your livery, the number 10. Pleasure, I say. Let's hope I can keep the driving up. I need to do better driving, actually. I'm overdriving the car so bad. So, let's go for another flyer. 2 minutes 40 to go. Having fuel for one more lap. Too late on the brakes again. Oof. So if we hurry, I don't think I can make it. Yeah, but important to get used to the available grips. Thank you, Yuka. We are pushing. We're trying. I mean, I did a 40.8 with 50 liters of fuel, so even though there is a little bit less grip right now, I practiced on heavy. This looks like to be light, maybe medium at best. Oh, JT, you forgot the race. What a shame. One minute 20 to go. I will not be able to do a full lap, but I will make it to sector 2 and we have some intersections, which will hopefully be good enough in terms of language regarding the lap time. I will have a delta. I finish a lap, of course. So we need to make up 7/10 for a provisional pole. Simrace RB, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. So, not too late into turn 1 this time, please. He says and now breaks himself regardless. Still 310 up. Half a second up. Purple sector 1. Seven tenths up. Should have waited a little longer. 8 tenths up. Too much of a slide. I'm sorry. That's why no purple sector 2, but the session has finished anyway. We can do this. We can do this. Simrace RB, also massive thank you for becoming a Prime subscriber here on our YouTube, on our Twitch channel. Really appreciate the support. So, private, no private qualifying, no private qualifying it is. 15 seconds. We're doing this as a test start. Probably the best possible getaway that we can get. How long do the tires last when sliding like this? A lap, maybe 2. I'm hoping for 2. We'll find out in this quali run now. We can't race it like that for sure. But we tried a qualifying like that. Galino, we are pushing, we are trying. Thank you so much. This downshift protection when being in semi-throttle. Need to get used to this. So guys, if you appreciate our racing, if you appreciate our stream tonight, please express your appreciation with a follow on Twitch and with a subscription on the YouTube channel if you haven't done already. I would appreciate that big time. And I'm tempted to just do a click less rear wing for the quali 2, for the next quali run. Anyway, green flag for the quali. Completely lost the rotation. Jasper, we're working on that right now. Beautiful rear end rotation. Nementis, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the qualifying here in the Porsche Cup car race. Well, and if I look at this slidey, and I think Rear wing 5 is just good enough. I'm not even sure if the second lap is even going to be as quick. 41.5, which was right on the level of Fabian Bale, but Kolvenbach is coming in purple twice. .8. Oh. So, question 2, how long do these tires stay alive? There you go. Means it is single hot laps. 5.5 minutes. E4 at the minute. That was a ton of time, especially here in turn 1. Just on that exit is 2/10 alone. Ah, Michi! That is still a purple S1. Oh, that is a track limit though. Go 410 in the first sector. Why is the car rolling so badly here now? We need to do a safety lap in the final attempt. It's unlucky. Oh, taking the risk. 2 minutes. Oh, I can't do that 40.8. So provisional pole guy is ahead of us. It's just not being stupid in this area alone. It's worth 5/10 in total. Nice! Fuck's sake! Awesome, we're lacking 2/10 per default. I love it so much. That way you can't get a pole. No chance. We're talking about that 1.5 tenths in the... start finish straight, you'll see. Those 3.5 tenths up, they are great, but they are worth nothing. I mean, at least now I can put a tickle on it. You can't get a pole with 4 or 5 tenths worth of mistakes. Just can't do it. Another one. Awesome! So 4/10 of mistakes deny us first row. I could just jump straight out of the window. 0.944. Look at it. Like, we're lacking 1.5 tenths here. And we've lost too many tenths elsewhere either. Anyway, it's not worth mourning about it. Put the 40 liters, do your job. Attention grid, and here we go. Right. I'm gonna go the safe route with 6 on the rear wing. Didn't like the sliding. Papa Kun, good luck to you as well. Enjoy the race. Power, timing, everything perfect. I'll take 2 liters for safety margins. You bet I end up winning. Copy, copy. We are hoping. Don't do this, Mitchie. Nah. I need the rears. Yeah, but first place will be difficult to get, you know. I think Heiko Kolvenbach has a lot of experience in Porsche Cup cars. I'm not even sure if he's racing one in real life. I think he has some real track experience. But it looks like we can at least keep up the pace. Can we keep up the tire though? We are looking. Yeah, awesome. 40 liters of fuel, third lap. And almost as quick as in the qualifying. Hashtag good job. Don't touch that curb. No, I never raced on a race car. I wonder whether I'm using too much low gear. And whether I should rather use a torque. Oh shit. Way too late on the brake. Yeah, I'm using too much of that rear tire. I need to fix this. Yeah, much better. Not as quick though, but we need to keep that tire. Stakula67, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It. Akula sounds intriguing, but I have other business on top of my head right now. Thank you for the invitation, though. Much appreciated. So I wouldn't completely count myself out, but it's not easy though. Roof, thank you for the follow. Welcome. So we are in the draft, or whatever a cup car gives away draft-wise. 4/10. I think we can consider it as a draft. Whether that is an effective draft is a different thing. Ah. Yep. Thing is probably to really get into a position where I can do something that I would probably need to say Evdrietaya and Rabe. Kevin Estre. Copy. I'd have a famous Alonso quote for you. MG Sim, thank you for your follow. Welcome. Ay, ay, ay. That wasn't intended. But I had such a good run out of the final turn. So I can't blame the setup really. Despite the tire on the rear left is suffering, it's holding up nicely. Lynn McCartney, thank you for your follow. And welcome to the Porsche Cup car race. It's a sideways Cup car race. Eight and a half minutes to go. I'm massively overfueled. Now I am overdriving the rear. Oh, this could end up bad for us now. In terms of the overall car balance. He knows that I got a run on the exit. He's slowing down his exit, making me stuck. Yeah, exactly that. It's a smart move. If I would have done that better, then I would have had a chance. What do you mean by sprung? No, it's not too soft. I think actually it's alright. Yeah, the thing is, Gilchinski in the back isn't really something I want to see. Heaven69, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So I think 2 to go from here on. Now, especially due to the lack of front weight, there is nothing that pushes down the front tires on the ground, making them work. So it's actually the weak part of the car. The light front. Especially with a big weight in the back, you know. I'm too far back. Going to get a last lap shunt. Would be fun. Ha! Not the way I've hoped it. Anyway. Still a few corners to go. Yeah, but Maria is too dead after the shunt. Ivan Javier, thank you so much for your follow. Really appreciating the time. Utterly sorry that I really don't have the car anymore to fight back. You can see I'm giving it everything. What? Ha! Copy. Well, P3 it is. With a ridiculous... Well, track limit's 2 points. How many points did this get straight away? Too many, I guess. So we're gonna drop to 5. Unless other people have some penalties. 2, 5... 6... 7... Is it fine? I mean, we haven't won the race. I feel like I've won the race, though. So I at least feel it is a P3. I don't know what the message did say. I think it just said straight penalty for the send. So, P7 seems final. Well, officially P7, of course. What is that shift protection? Like I'm in high enough over here. Fabrizio, the karma of what? Thanks, Charlie. Nothing. We just flew across the chicken. And the game decided to give me more than 2 points of penalty. How many penalty points did I have before? Can't remember. Yeah, it was a drive-through straight. I mean, 3.5 liters too much of fuel anyway. But is it good? It's a solid podium drive. Should have been a P1. Yeah, wasn't that much on full lock. I mean, I was on full lock when going into turn 1. But whatever. Was a good fun. I think the setup is great. We had by far the fastest car on track, so that's a positive. Yeah, I had to tune down my FFB as well. Anyway, guys, that's gonna take us to the end of the stream. That's gonna take us to the end of tonight's entertainment part. Yeah, good result, good race, good stuff. we have the pace, we have the setup. It's great. The karma of having made a dangerous maneuver into turn 1 and that the first one descends a position. Ah, that karma. Yeah, well, I would have actually loved to just finish ahead physically, but whatever. Like the send, of course, will do or die in the chicken. I mean, it's a bit interesting to have a 2-point limit. I mean, I get for 25 minutes, you want to have a low amount of penalty points in order to have a good, well, to have clean racing, to not just have the people just sending it over chickens, but yeah, I mean, getting it straight into a drive-through penalty is a bit, you know, yeah. I mean, that P3 would have been unsatisfying, but justified, I guess. Anyway, nothing else to say, guys. Have your comments down in the comments area below. Hope you enjoyed the race. There will be no stream tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, maybe there is a stream, maybe not. Surely no stream on Friday, no stream on Saturday, perhaps a stream on Sunday, a New Year's stream. Let's decide on a New Year's stream on Sunday. How about that, guys? Guys, I wish you a very, very happy New Year, everyone. We will have Mitchie's Esport Diaries coming on Sunday as well. Sunday at noon. We can maybe then discuss that on the a nette ganze Stunde. Yeah, that was a nette Stunde indeed. We're maybe gonna discuss that on the stream on Sunday then. But yeah, that's gonna take it for tonight. That's gonna do it for today. And that's gonna do it for this year, most likely. Guys, have a good one. Have a good start into 2023. Leave the 2022 year behind you. I don't know how the year has been for you. For me, it has been not the best year, let's say. And yeah, I hope you guys will start the new year into you will start into the new year with your loved ones, with your friends, with your families, with the people you like to be around with. And I hope you want to be around with us on Sunday for a Happy New Year stream. I'm going to make up my mind on what that might be. But you'll see. Guys, I'm going to find something to race on. Guys, have a good one, everyone. And see you next year. Bye-bye.